Alright, I'm back again. So this is the third installment of our um sorry of our compendium, so review for soils. Last time in our previous video I covered questions number 15, oh wait, 16 up to 32. So we're here now. Ari na ta magsugod na pod sa 33 for our review. So again, I will just focus on the introductory aspects and those of physical properties. So kadto mga question nga lisod will give it to Ma'am Alesna, ha. Para ari na lang kang sir ang mga chicken ra. All right, number 33. A soil order characterized as embryonic soil and with few diagnostic features. Kainomdom pa ko ani. I think this is, excuse me, I think this is inceptisol. Let's try to look that up. Mo pa'y pagka inception ba? So, inceptisol description. Let's see. They form quickly throughout they are more developed than entisols. Oh, no. Sa'yo pa ito? Entisols di ay. So, entisols. And in the inceptisols. Let's see. Entisols. The cells that do not show any profile development other than in a horizon. An entisol has no diagnostic horizon. So, yun. I cannot elaborate much on this one. Si Ma'am Alesna mas mayo ani kay soil taxonomy man eh. Alright. 34. In strongly acid soils, the availability of most micronutrient cations is di ko pasali gani. Skip. 35. But anyway, I think availability of micronutrients is decreased man siguro na. But anyway, di lang nato na i-touch. 35. Generally, fine textured soils are characterized to have, I think we went through this question before. So again, as another tip, so board exam, in anipod, so there are cases wherein questions may be repeated twice or even 3 or 4 times. So you have to be very careful. So if you are not sure of the answer, ayaw balik-balika ang imong answer. So for example, the first time that particular question came out, choose ka og A for example, kung mubalik siya, wa mo ka kibaw sa answer, ayaw nag-A kay mo to sure B na pug ka. Yung mubalik pa yun, C na pug ka, chamba-chamba ba. Alright? So we're done with this. So but anyway, we'll just try to answer it again. Fine textured soils are characterized to have low water holding capacity. No. High ability to supply plant nutrients. Yes, mainly because I think this is just slightly different, no? This is different, yeah. It has its letter A is wrong because fine textured soils has a high water holding capacity because of the micropores. High ability to supply plant nutrients. Also, this is true because fine textured soils, okay, Anita, going back, so weathering. Last time, diba, ang weathering natay chemical o mechanical pathways. So, finer textured soils or gagmay nga mga yuta or soils. So, duol sa clayey nga soils. So, but pasabot, mechanically speaking, weathered siya because normally it starts from rocks. Ang rocks broken down into smaller particles. Finally, gagmay kayo ang clay. Also, at the same time, since mo undergo mag-chemical nga weathering process, ang clay materials generally are secondary minerals na pod. So sabay dungan ang weathering, ang pathway ng dungan nga ang physical nag-abante, ang chemical nag-abante also. So while the particles are getting smaller, also ang chemicals pod, ang primary minerals are transitioning towards secondary minerals. Okay, so kung secondary minerals na siya, it has this tendency or it's also liberating the ions nga originally trapped sa primary mineral. So therefore, it has a higher ability to supply plant nutrients compared sa kadtong mga coarse textured soils. Another pod is, again, I don't know if I can find ang makita nag picture uh, soil pores images. Okay, ani ang soil pores. Okay, pores o macropores o micropores. Okay, mineral pores. So example, this one asa may maayo siguro nga. Yeah, this one. I think this is better. Okay, we're talking about so kini. I think you can see this one. So kani macropores. Simplified lang ako nato. Kini micropores. So by virtue of the sizes of the particles, kung gagmay imong particles in between spaces nila or ang pore spaces, which is normally of course occupied by soil air and soil water, gagmay pod. Kung dagko pod siya og particles in between spaces niya, dagko pod. Okay? So, going back. Fine textured soils, so kini. Okay? 1. Low water holding capacity. This is wrong. It has a high water holding capacity. Kay, again, just like sa example nga akong na-mention earlier wherein mangihi ka sa beach nga sand, mudritso ra og percolate, dili mo pundo. It's because ang macropores, di gini siya mahold og tubig. Micropores, on the other hand, have capillary properties because of the small pores, so it will hold water. So statement A is wrong. High ability to supply plant nutrients, ako ning gi-explain kaganiha sa usa ka aspeto in terms of the weathering process. Like finer soils are more weathered than coarser soils, therefore these soils are dominated by secondary minerals. Also, at this point pod, once it's chemically weathered pod, ang ions are also already liberated and are already aqueous, meaning pwede na i-pick up sa plants. So kana another pod is the presence of micropores pod. Okay, now generally halos tanan nga panghitabo sa soils are surface in nature. Okay, so I don't know if you still remember katong cation exchange. So the smaller the particles, the larger the surface area. So the more cations nga pwede niya i-exchange. So therefore, it is generally more fertile. Not all the time though. Okay? Depende po. So it has a higher ability to supply plant nutrients. So duha ka aspeto ang tanaw nimo ani. The higher surface area, meaning the tendency to exchange cations is higher. At the same time, more weathered soils pod mas liberated na ang ions or nutrients. Low total surface area, this is wrong. Also, fine textured guna. So it has a high surface area. Then high percolation rate. This is also wrong. So, this is wrong. This is wrong. This is wrong. Characterized to have, the correct answer should be letter B. Okay? Kita na ninyo. This is a different question. Katong I thought initially was the same to a previous question that we covered last time. Next, okay, 35, 36. Relative distribution of sand, silt, and clay. Textbook textbook definition sa texture, so we covered that one. Structure is a description or a term that relates to how these individual soil particles are arranged. Okay, cation exchange capacity is the capacity to exchange cations. Laggawa. Kadto akong gi-mention kaganiha. Okay, Mama Lesna can elaborate on that. pH is the power of hydrogen ion concentration. Okay, so klaro na kayo ng siguro these two are duol-duol, but the correct answer should be texture. We already adequately described on sa structure, on sa CEC or cation exchange capacity, on sa pH. 37. Minerals that are crystallized from the cooling of magma. Primary, secondary, or quartz. Okay. Mao pa gani pagkahimo sa bato, ang present gid na those are primary minerals. So igneous rocks are made of primary minerals. So kani gyud kining quartz is an example of a primary mineral na by daghan. So quartz is just a subset of primary minerals. I don't know what's the C option. Tertiary minerals. I haven't heard of tertiary minerals. Okay, so the correct answer for this particular question, number 37, should be primary minerals. 38. Adepts, okay, in septisol ni, are soils that were derived from volcanic activity and were originally classified as no, Andepes. Ah, okay. What is the new order of this? I think this is Andisols. Andepes din na siya sa una, sa Inseptisol. So originally classified as Inseptisols, with the new order, these are now Andisols. Let's check. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm wrong. Whoa. Okay. Andisol. Andisol. Soils that have formed in volcanic ash or other volcanic ejecta. Klaro na kayo. I just remember this one. Kapila na ko agiini before. Um, okay. Di na lang na ako iskutan ng uban. Si ma'am mo'y master ani. Okay. At ito mangutana niya. 39. It belongs to the 1-to-1 non-expanding clay type. Adto ni ma'am Alesna. Percent water remaining in 2 to 3 days. Okay, this is interesting. Mani bias na ako man. Percent water, the percent water remaining in soil 2 to 3 days after it had been saturated and the free drainage had practically ceased. Okay, hygroscopic water, permanent wilting point, plant availability. It's presented weird. Available water or siguro ang proper term ana, then filled capacity. Ang correct answer ani is actually filled capacity. Okay. If I may elaborate on this one. Ang tubig, ang tubig can only occupy the pore spaces. Okay? Now, ang pore spaces pod, let's try to find a figure sa pore space. Images. Okay. Soil pore spaces. Okay, let's try to find a figure. Okay. This one. This one. Perfect. Let's try. Okay. Mira, mapadako pa ba ni? Ma-order ito. Okay, ani na lang. Anaha. Okay, it's a little bigger. So I already have mentioned this one ha. Ang mineral matter is about 45%. That's the solids including organic matter. Organic matter is about 5% in terms of volume. Then about 50% is either occupied by, ang pore spaces is either occupied by air or water. We're talking about pore spaces. And natay example din ha. Okay. Ang water can saan ako ni pag-explain? Ani. Asa man ang tubig di ay. Based on this, kini na bakante nga pore space. So puno na tubig. Okay, this is an example of a macropore. Dako siya. Okay? Kinipod, let's consider this one as a hypothetical micropore. And then the brown ones are the soil particles. Asa man ang tubig? Ang tubig can occupy the macropores and the micropore, and then it could also create a thin film around each soil particle. So there's, kumbaga, just a very thin layer of water surrounding a particle. Kanang water nga mo surround sa particle, mo na gitawag na to og hygroscopic water. Again, hygroscopic water. Ang water nga mo occupy sa macropores, nga for example, natay natay soil unya ulanon ang yuta, and then it's saturated, meaning tanan pore spaces is now occupied by water. Wala nay kining air, wala na, it's already occupied by water, saturated. First day, muuna og drain since ang macropores wala siya capillary properties, mo drain na siya readily by virtue of gravity. So ang kadtong mo drain dayon nga tubig normally coming from the bigger pore spaces or the macropores, mo to gitawag nga gravitational water. Okay, iskutan dire. Ganiha hygroscopic water, may surround siya sa particle na lang. Sunod, gravitational H2O, okay, naa sa macro pores. Sunod, ang capillary water, naa siya sa micro pores. So again, tulo ka klase ang tubig nga naa sa yuta. It can be hygroscopic water, it can be gravitational water, or capillary water. Now, gravitational water can readily be drained. So mag-ulan, saturated tanan pore spaces. You just leave it for a while. After some time, mag-drain na, just like the ihi sa beach nga akong i-mention sa inyo kaganiha. It will readily drain. That's gravitational water, tang-tang. After some time po, atong biyaan pasagdan na to, kining capillary water, mag-anam po ni siya evaporate, mag-anam po ni saka. So normally diri sa ubos, because of capillarity, ma-expose ni sa adlaw diri sa babaw. Okay? Mag-anam ni kauga, kining tubig diri mo hinahinay nagkat-kat dito by virtue of capillarity. Okay? So saka na dito, ma-expose na po sa adlaw, mo-dry ra pod. And then magwala na ang capillary water. So mas dako-dako kag gikinahanglan nga amount of energy to extract capillary water from the soil. Hygroscopic water, mas dako kag energy nga gikinahanglan. The only way to take this out, okay, is oven drying. So kaning nipis kay nga particle, okay, you can only take that out by oven drying. Again, hygroscopic water, gravitational water, ug ang capillary water nga naa sa ato ang yuta. Tulo ka klase nga tubig. Ang gravitational water, okay, is not usable by crops or by tanom. Nga naman, because it readily drains. Okay, I just mentioned it, just like the ihi sa beach. Just like the ihi sa beach, yung ihi mo ditso na. So kumbaga, walay chance ang gamot nga pagsuyop adto nga tubig because it stays there just very quickly. Okay? Hygroscopic water, on the other hand, mangita mga itag oven pagtangtang, samot ang gamot sa tanom. They cannot use that water. Okay? So, again, hygroscopic water and gravitational water are not usable by plants. On the other hand, yahay si Ma'am Rene Jane, humana ko no siya. Pero, namoy questions, guys, next time. Adto i-address ni Ma'am Rene Jane, humana naman siya. So ako lang ning hinahinayan og cover antod inig abot tag 30 minutes lang each video aron dili pud mo pulan. At the same time, it will not take forever to upload the videos. Season po kay ko kay sunod tuig moy discuss nako. Patanawon lang nako sila sa lida. No, just like you. So I just do it only once. But these are very crude videos. So hopefully this can help in any way po dunta. Again, kaning dolra kay ka diha. Hygroscopic water held very tightly around each particle. Okay? Gravitational water dali ra kaayo ma-drain. Both dili magamit sa tanom. Unsa may magamit sa tanom? Part of capillary water, not all. Not all. Take note ha, only a part of capillary water. So, karon, ang kantong naa sa gagmay na jud kaayo nga mga micropores, di na pagka-extract ang tanom ana. Okay? So, going back sa question, dire, ang question, asa na tadapit guys? Goodness. Wala ba kung patakag-scroll? Dira. The percent water remaining in soil 2 to 3 days after it had been saturated and the free drainage had practically ceased. right? Like I said, the correct answer is called field capacity. Now, it's just a description in relation to crop growth nga doon na siya tubig nga about optimum. Okay? So, when we say field capacity, naapay hygroscopic water sa yuta, wala na gravitational water, and capillary water na iba na nagamay. Dili ingon nga nahabilin tanan 2 to 3 days man na. Okay? It's this one, plant availability water. That's a stupid term. I don't really know what that means. I think it just says it's available moisture. Permanent wilting point is that point wherein ang available nga tubig sa atong tanom are, or tanom, but rather sa soil, are only hygroscopic water and the capillary water nga held very tightly. Okay? Still dili na usable. So the only usable parts, or the only usable water, ang gitawag na to nga available moisture for crop growth and development, is just a part of the capillary water. So a part meaning why labot tong tightly held na capillary water, as I've said, nga naa na sa gagmay kaayo nga pores, nga naman gahi na kay na pagka-hold din ha. Ang kadto pong dagko nga pores, micro good gihapon, micropores pero dagko ug naa diri dapit sa surface, mo evaporate na pud to, ma-drain na pud to after some time, so di pud na siya usable. So the only usable is just a part of the capillary water. Ang gitawag nga field capacity is that time or that period wherein ang water nga naa is igo-igo for crop growth. Okay, nga naa ay magamit. So permanent wilting point is that point where hindi na magamit. So asa man nato paduwa-duwaon atong tubig. Kung tayo mag-irrigate you irrigate up to field capacity. Do not irrigate up to saturation. Kay mausik raman itong tubiga. So, inig-abot og di pa kaabot sa permanent wilting point. Kay permanent na guna. So, irreversible. A little bit higher or a little bit more water than the permanent wilting point, you irrigate. And then, until maabot sa field capacity, then you stop irrigating. Then you let it drain up to duol sa kana siyang field capacity. Okay? So, I don't know. Maybe it would be good if I illustrate it with a figure. Paita, practice mo tag-drawing aning kalakihan na to. Okay. Kuntahay ani. Stang mayuhan ni sir. Kini, kuntahay. This is add text. Okay. No, this is not gravitational. This is hygroscopic water. Hopefully you can see that one. I really hope you can see that one. Okay, and then yeah, that's a little bit better. Okay. Yeah. Dayon. Asa? Uy. What? No. Uy. Anay. Hygroscopic water. Saan to pag-add og text? Ay ka. Okay. Ana na siya, no? Kanina pod ang capillary water. And that one is, sorry guys, let me try to move that a little bit down. Ang capillary water, kumbaga, think of it as just something like that. Excuse me. So ana, this is gravitational water. Okay. And then, stang mayuha. Kapoy ni mag-drawing ta sa screen. Ay, but anyway, I'll just... What? Okay. Ooh. Please bear with me, guys. Okay, and I want to color that one. That. shape, outline. Wait, make it a little thicker. Yeah, and then maybe change in color, like just like that. Okay, so kini kani ubos sa red line right now is it's not usable by plants. So a little bit above that one, ano na to ibutang? Okay, naa dinhi ang gitawag na to a permanent wilting point. So kumbaga, if you fill this up with water, like the whole thing, I want to exaggerate this one. Outline, outline, shape, fill, outline. Kana siguro, wait. Please bear with me. I want to exaggerate that one. That one. Okay. Yun. Ana. Okay. Nope. Didn't work. Ana. So, kani sa ubos, this is hygroscopic water, this is capillary water, this is gravitational. Unya, anay, text box, text box. Where are you? There you are. Text box. Simple text box. Okay. Permanent wilting point. Yun. Outline. No outline there. So, so that line sort of represents the permanent wilting point. Okay? So kanus man ang wilting point, that's like the level of water nga naa sa soil, slightly higher than hygroscopic water. It occupies the katong mga micropores na napay gamay. Pero ang katong uban nga micropores wa nay sulod, ang gravitational water wala na po'y sulod. Okay? Ang field capacity is about here. Kani dire. Oh goodness. Let me copy that one. Yun. Ana po siya diha dapita, more or less. That's the amount of water. Oh goodness. Okay, please bear with me. It's difficult to draw sa computer. Mas may sa board. So, field capacity. So, kumbaga, what's being explained here or what's being shown here is ang tubig nato kan nga naa sa yuta kan either be hygroscopic, capillary, or gravitational water. Both hygroscopic, a part of capillary water, and gravitational water cannot be used by crops. Kani nga sa ubos nga part, katong sa gagmay na kaayo, minute na gid kayo nga mga pores, cannot be used kay lisod na kayo na i-extract sa tanom. Hygroscopic, gahi na po kayo, kinahanglan gani kag oven to extract that one. Field capacity pod, pang quickie ni siya, paspas kayo ni, inigbutang dito, drain dayon. So, asa raman ang magamit sa tanom, kani dirira nga part. So if I may highlight that one again, wait, I think I need to draw another one. Kini nga parts, oh goodness, let me draw another box. That one, okay, kani nga part dinhi, the whole thing, that one. Okay, I want to fill that one with maybe a different color. On man ana, pattern, gradient, or texture. Yeah, something like that siguro. Kana nga part gikan sa permanent wilting point kutob sa field capacity mo na siya available moisture or total available moisture, more na usable by plants. Okay, so ang technique here is to irrigate up to field capacity and then do not wait until maabot sa permanent point, slightly higher, irrigate na po daw dito. So, ideally, mag-irrigate ta or mag-ampo ta nga naa ni tubig permanente. Nga puno ni siya permanente because that is usable by plants. Okay, kini syempre, naagya po na but it cannot be used. Again, going back. Oh, daghanan ako istorya eh. Oh, so moto D ang correct answer. Study of rocks. Agray, nahiskutan na po nato ni. Pedology, rockology, petrology, hydrology. Pedology, sana pedology, kinumdum na mo katong the study of soils per se, okay, in its natural setting. Okay, edaphology katong usa in relation to crop growth and development. engineers, punto de vista nila is basically pedology lang. Rockology, kana siguro mo tukar kag rock, music mo na rockology. Petrology, nagtawa si Ma'am Renny Jane. Petrology mo na ang study of rocks, letter C. Hydrology, on the other hand, study po niya sa tubig. Okay? So, klaro na og unsay wrong answers. And then, now we've seen also what's the correct one or the most appropriate answer. Let me check atong time. 30 na po, astang mayuha. At paabto na to og 45. Number 45. Okay, which of these soils has the most rapid percolation rate? Alams na. Okay, sandy, silty, clayey soils. Unsa man ang percolation rate? Percolation is the vertical movement sa tubig through the soil. Okay? Mas paspas mo move vertically ang tubig sa soils nga dagko og pores. Unsa man ang soils nga dagko og pores? Kadtong soils nga dagko pod og particles or coarse textured soils. In that case, the correct answer here should be sandy soils. Kailan na mo kung say sand, silt, clay. Okay? That's 42. Number 43. Soil texture refers to the coarseness or fineness of a soil. Ha? Di na po ni question. These are among the weird things that they do when they make questions. But para na ako, the way I see this, dili ni question. Soil texture refers to the coarseness or fineness of a soil. That's a statement. Sand is gritty. Now that's worse. I don't know what that means. Silt is sticky and plastic. Clay is smooth. All of the above. Stupid questions like this. Nya options nga na ay all of the above. Automatic na all of the above na answer na. Dili? O sa may answer na ko bulus question. Ha? Gigatawa sa Ma'am Renny Jane. Again, Ma'am Renny Jane, react. Papalihog og react. But lamdagi ko. Number 43. Soil texture refers to the coarseness or fineness of a soil. Sand is gritty. Yeah? Di mo po siya nangutana og true or false ba? Silt is sticky and plastic. It's not. Clay is smooth. Yes. So what the F is the answer? I don't know the question. Ang clay, pero wala man ang option. Ingon si Ma'am Renny Jane, I doubt if you... No, you're assuming the question. Actually, para na ako, this is not a question. This is a stupid statement. Unya, with options that are just as weird. So, sand is gritty. Say, for example, if we try to cover this one. Sand is gritty. It's a statement. It's a true statement. Because sand, yes, indeed, is gritty. Silt is sticky and plastic. No, it's not. Dili sticky og plastic. Siguro, on a layman's point of view, it's like murag powder kung gunita nimo ang silt. Di po siya gritty. Sand is gritty, yes. Silt is not sticky and plastic. Clay is sticky and plastic. But letter C says clay is smooth. That's right. Yeah, all of the above. And we don't know what's the question, so I don't know what's the answer. Okay, to be honest. 44 sunod. Primary source of calcium in the soil. Wow, kabalo. I think it's calcite. Ma'am Renny Jane, sakto ba? Primary source of calcium sa soil. Oh, calcite. Yeah. I confirm si ma'am. Gypsum mo siya ni Monchok. Hematite. Hema. From the word hema. I think this is an iron-based mineral. Okay? 45. Kamo na lang subay. Basta calcite ang correct answer. Ang gypsum is sulfate. Calcium sulfate. Morning chalk. Shale is re-cemented clay. Gagyan na ito nakaganiha. Calcite is CaCO3. It's calcium carbonate. Sakto, ma'am? Sakto. See? Nagtira ba ako caves pod. So natin idea gamay. 45. An example of a 2-1 expanding type of silicate mineral. Di ko pasalig ana. Si Ma'am Renny Jane pangutanan ninyo. Yeah, it's 45. I'm just trying to hit that number. 34 minutes na ta. So it's time to stop. I'll give you another installment pohon. Salamat. See you next time.